If you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hands. And that is the quote of the day. Welcome back to the Quote of the Day show. It is quote number 4 from our featured speaker, Mr. Bob Proctor. Yes, Bob is back. I can listen to Bob every single day. In fact, I take these walks around my neighborhood when I'm collecting my Fitbit steps. And I tell you, about 80% of the time when I'm on my walks, I'm listening to Bob. And it's a trip because I've listened to his stuff so much, just over and over and over again. But still, every single time I hear it, I get something new out of it. And so today's clip is one of those clips that I want you to play to yourself over and over and over again because there's so much in there. And I love what Bob talks about here because he talks about, when you have a goal, when you want to set out to do something, you're not always going to know how to do it. I think a lot of us, we get intimidated. We're afraid to set the goal because we don't know exactly how we're going to do it, but that's how you know you have a worthwhile goal. And so Bob's website is proctorgallagher.com, or you can go to bobproctor.com. I got a little bit more information about an event that he's holding this weekend in Los Angeles that you can attend from home, so stick around for that. And without further ado, here's Bob.
You do not have to know how you're going to get it. This is the big stumbling block. The exact opposite to that statement is programmed in your mind. When you were a little tiny kid, when you could first start talking, you go to mommy, daddy, the guardian, whoever it is. Mommy, daddy, I want. You wanted something all the time. You wanted it. And you hear, you can't have everything you want, God knows what they were doing. They were probably busy with something, and you're getting in their way. Or you come up, I want this. Now, how are you going to do that? Well, what the hell? The kid doesn't know how they're going to do it. I've often thought, wouldn't it be beautiful if the little kid said, well, I'm going to build an image. And I'm going to plant it in my subjective mind. And through the law of my being, it's going to manifest in form in my life. But of course, the kid doesn't know that. The parent doesn't know that. The parent's struggling to get by, just struggling to make ends meet. And so when you say, I want a new bike, where do you think the money's going to come from? I always love what the guy told the Maharishi. When he wanted to take TM to the world, one of his close advisors says, that's going to cost a bucket of dough. Where's the money going to come from? He said, wherever it is right now. That's where the money comes from. Wherever it is right now. But you see, how are you going to do that? You didn't know how to do it. And you didn't get any encouragement. Nobody said, well, build the picture. They didn't do that. They discouraged you. So pretty soon, you quit asking for what you wanted. Oh, you kept it up for quite a while, but every time you got shot down. Money doesn't grow on. You see, we all got the same story. If you are already consciously aware of how to get whatever it is you want, the objective that you have chosen is not a worthwhile goal. If you're already aware of how to pull it off, it is not a worthwhile goal. You will undoubtedly get there, you see, but it's not a worthwhile goal. There's no increase in awareness. The only improvement in the quality of your life will have to be provided by the object that you're going after. You see, as we set the goal and we have no idea how to get there, this is the thing we've got to burn into our mind. If we can see it in our mind, if we can get the picture of the end result, we can most certainly get it, have it, do it, be it. Yet it doesn't make any difference what anybody else says. I don't care what authority you're talking to. They could be the smartest person you know. If they say, you're never going to pull that off, it isn't going to happen, not at this time of year, not in this industry, not anymore, you've got to reject it. You cannot afford to entertain any idea that's not going to serve your idea. It doesn't matter how many people tell you you're being ridiculous, that's illogical, it won't happen. Life is growth, and the basic law of your being is create or disintegrate. Now, you're either going to go ahead or you're going back. If you don't have an image of something very big you're going after, this is really important we get this. We've got to get that anything you've ever heard about anyone is you're capable of. There isn't anyone in the whole universe that's got more potential than you. Not even that much more. Now that idea is way out of the box to most people because we've been raised a different way. Come down the bottom of the page. A surface review and a meaningful discussion of the following breakthroughs, which were the result of individual goals, will help prepare your mind for the work we are about to engage in. We have outlined 4 great success stories, 3 from the past, 1 from the present, that will help us understand the tremendous success that is waiting our acceptance. Now, let's think about this. I want you to think. Put your pens down, your books down, and I want you to sit and really relax, and I want you to focus on you. What do these people have in common? Now, think about this. What do these people have in common? They did not know how they were going to do it, and the whole world said they were out of their mind. They made their first flight December the 17th, 1903 in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Their first flight lasted just 12 seconds. Yeah, there was all kinds of the losers that said, well, they only had it up there for 12 seconds. They said, we not only got the damn thing up there, we kept it up there for 12 seconds. Perception. There is the father of the space program and a picture of the late President John Kennedy. John Kennedy's walking with Wernher von Braun. They're obviously in a good conversation. When President Kennedy asked Dr. Wernher von Braun, what will it take to build a rocket that will carry a man to the moon and safely bring him back to Earth, Dr. von Braun answered in just 5 simple words: the will to do it. They did not know how. Now think. Know where you're going and know that you're going to get there. You do not have to know how. The laws of the universe are so precise, we have no difficulty building a spaceship, sending people to the moon, and we can time the landing with the precision of a fraction of a second. You've got to think of these things. You really want to think of them. There's the top of the world right there. You see the peak. And there they are. Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay. The first 2 to stand on top of the world. What an accomplishment. You can see the flag there that they planted. There they are. They did not know how. It was 11:38 a.m. on May the 29th, 1953, when Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay had reached the highest point on Earth. Hillary said, "To my great delight, I realized we were on top of Mount Everest, and the whole world was spread out before us." He was a beekeeper from Auckland, New Zealand. He went there in 1951, and he failed. He did what everybody told him he was going to do. And they said, if You come back, you're going to be lucky. There's people up there encased in ice. They're never coming down. They've died and they're staying up there. Nobody's got enough energy to get them out and bring them down. He went back in 1952. And he failed again. The guy was a beekeeper. But he had an innate awareness. If he can see himself standing on top of the world, he could stand on top of the world. And in 1953, he did. Now look at that. You recognize that? Most people don't. That's a monument built to this man, Thomas Edison. You see, he didn't know how. In fact, Thomas Edison's teachers said he was too stupid to learn anything. He was fired from the first 2 jobs for being non-productive. As an inventor, Edison made 1,000 unsuccessful attempts at inventing the light bulb. When a reporter asked, how do you feel? How does it feel to fail 10,000 times? Edison said, I didn't fail 10,000 times. He says the light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps. Different perception. If you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand.
That is one of my favorite Bob Proctor clips of all time. It's a trip. So many times we see people achieve spectacular things and we just figure that there's something special about them that we don't have. We can do the same thing. You can do the same thing. You create the image and you just move toward it. You set a goal and you pursue it, and you take the wins and you take the losses and you turn those temporary defeats into opportunities and lessons, and you just keep moving forward every single day. I love that. Bob's got something really cool going on this weekend, starting Friday, October 14th, that evening, going until Sunday, October 16th. It's called the Paradigm Shift Live Seminar. It's going on in Los Angeles, but it is sold out. However, you can attend via live stream. You can attend from home, your office, on the treadmill, while you're walking around the neighborhood like me. You can go to bobproctorlivestream.com. Again, that's bobproctorlivestream.com to learn more about that. And I've been attending Bob's events since this January, if not in person, then via live stream. Do not miss a Bob Proctor event. They are amazing. They will seriously change your life. The way he teaches, the stories he tells, it's amazing. It's a trip. Like, you look up there and you're like, oh my God, he's 82 years old and he's up there crushing it. It's very, very inspiring. So again, bobproctorlivestream.com. And if you can't attend via the live web stream, he actually gives you access to all of the replays for 2 weeks. And so you can get caught up over that 2 weeks and get your knowledge on, take notes, and I guarantee you're absolutely going to love it. So bobproctorlivestream.com. I will see you tomorrow with another quote of the day. Thanks for tuning in.